What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning, yes, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury confirms, cosigns, agrees that Deontay Wilder was indeed knocked out by Wladimir Klitschko in sparring. Now, Wladimir Klitschko is the guy that had the heavyweight division, him and his brother Vitaly, on lock for many years. Okay. And Klitschko, in fact, brought a lot of future boxers, young boxers, Dillian, Whyte, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, he brought these guys over to spar with him, in Stanglewort. It's a resort in, I believe, in Russia or the Ukraine, but it is a resort that of his choosing, and he brought fighters over, and and he had a sparring session with Deontay Wilder. So a lot of people is saying the same shit, the same claim that Wladimir Klitschko knocked out Deontay Wilder and he was twitching. Now Wladimir Klitschko is saying, yeah, it happened. My cousin was there, Andy Lee. Andy Lee and Tyson Fury are cousins. And he co-signed it happened. Now, I'm not arguing that it didn't happen or not. I believe that it did 100%. Too many people are saying that it did. Right? And my thing is, I haven't physically heard Deontay Wilder ever bring up Wladimir Klitschko. The only time he did is when Wladimir Klitschko was rumored to come back to the sport of boxing. I think that was sometime last year. And he talked a little shit, but, that was all he had to say. Now, I hear that he denies it. I haven't heard him deny it publicly. My question is, Tyson Fury, knowing who Tyson Fury is, why didn't he use that reality or that truth as fuel for his fight? Because that's exactly, if I'm Tyson Fury, I would like, hey, I beat Wladimir Klitschko. Wladimir Klitschko knocked you the fuck out, had you twitching on the ground. Your manager didn't even want you fighting Wladimir because he knew and he heard what happened when you guys did trade punches. Now, mind you, with headgear, with bigger gloves, more protection, smaller glove, less protection. You do the fucking math. If that would have happened in reality, Wladimir Klitschko would have knocked out Deontay Wilder, and it would have been a disgrace, and it would have been embarrassing. But most of importantly, it would have been embarrassing to American boxing. Now, if you compare that, if you rationalize why Shelly Finkel did not want Deontay Wilder in there with Wladimir Klitschko, it was simple. Shelly Finkel was trying to produce or create an American champion. If he was going to create an American champion, you keep that American champion or that American fighter away from the real champion, which was Wladimir Klitschko, until Fury came over there and fucked shit up and upset Klitschko. Okay? And that's exactly what he did. They manufactured Deontay. Him and his career, his resume, all that shit was manufactured. That's why they knew, don't put him in there with him. Right? Somebody like Joshua was the intended guinea pig, people. He was the guy that's supposed to got his ass smashed by Wladimir to teach a lesson for people not to fuck with Wladimir Klitschko. Period. Shelly knew that. That's why Shelly orchestrated that fight. Why do you think Shelly Finkel was in the ring with Anthony Joshua? Because Anthony Joshua was the opponent on the other side. Eddie Hearn was his opponent. Shelly Finkel was the manager of Klitschko. Eddie Hearn's fighter, Joshua, beat Klitschko. That's why they were in the ring. And this could be, I'm speculating, but this could be, people, the reason why Shelly Finkel does not like Eddie Hearn because he took out one of his major fighters, major players, who's more bigger than Wladimir, or who was more bigger than Wladimir Klitschko at the time? No fucking body. Nobody. It surely wasn't Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury fizzed out by that time. Okay? So it was Wladimir Klitschko fighting a young lion of Anthony Joshua. So knowing that what we know now, Wladimir Klitschko knocked out Deontay Wilder in sparring. Deontay Wilder, then he doesn't want any of Wladimir, right? I haven't heard that. And my question is, again, you're a lineal champion. You're undefeated. Your only draw or only mark or only blemish was a draw to Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. You don't mention the knockout of Deontay Wilder in his face to see his expression. That's my only problem. Yes, he's saying that now, he's co-signing and on articles, but when Deontay Wilder was in his face, why didn't he say anything? See, I look at things very clearly. I'm like, okay, well, you could do that. Well, you could say maybe Tyson Fury didn't want to talk. Maybe he didn't want to get in Deontay Wilder's head. He wanted Deontay Wilder to be unhindered, unbothered, mentally together so he could fight 100%. You could say that. But knowing Tyson Fury, if I'm Tyson Fury, I would put that in the mix. He'll bring up Klitschko for his own behalf because he beat Klitschko. So why couldn't he use Klitschko against Deontay Wilder? That's my only thing. Sure, I know it's sparring, certain things, you have ethics, levels of integrity that what goes on in sparring stays in sparring, but obviously it didn't stay in sparring. People know. Fury's talking about it. He's saying, yeah, that shit happened. So why didn't he bring that up? Like, look, Wladimir knocked you out. You got to worry about some dude that I already beat already to take what you want to have. But I think that Tyson Fury hasn't used that. And that could be a good or a bad thing. I would have used it because that would have put it on the forefront. Because then that would give Deontay Wilder an opportunity to admit it or deny it. You know what I'm saying? If he denied it, okay, it didn't happen. All right, well, if it didn't happen, who the fuck do you go to? You go to Johnny Carson and Andy Lee, Dillian Whyte. You go to these guys. But that is something that Deontay Wilder does not discuss all the time because people don't ask those type of questions. And if they did, they don't now. And I wonder why, especially knowing what we know from his manager. So, I think that Tyson Fury is just speaking his piece. I think he's on a mission. I think Deontay Wilder is really avoiding certain things that happened in the past, rightfully so. Because if I got knocked the fuck out, if I'm a prize fighter by somebody that didn't even supposed to be knocking me out, or no one really knew, I'm going to keep that on the wraps. I'm not even going to discuss that. That's a low point of my life. But anyway, also, Tyson Fury, if he knows this to be true, that's exactly what I've brought up in the press conference. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury co-signing that Deontay Wilder was knocked out by Wladimir Klitschko. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.